guys, it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel, or to my channel if you haven't been here before. I hope you stay. So for today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about the time that my parents accidentally stole a car. Now I know what you're thinking. How do you accidentally steal a car? I ask myself the same question, but you guys will understand what I'm talking about when I say accidentally stole a car when we get into the video. So let's jump right into the story. So my mom drives a dark blue Audi truck. And one day, my parents decided they wanted to go out to eat at a fancy restaurant. They loved going out to restaurants and eating and stuff, so they decided this night they were gonna go out to this really fancy restaurant. And of course, at these fancy restaurants, they always have valet parking. So they gave the valet parking guy their keys and the ticket thing. He gave them their ticket or whatever, and they go to eat at this restaurant. They were having some wine, having a great old time eating who knows what because I wasn't there. But while they're at this restaurant, I'm at my friend's house, and all of a sudden, maybe an hour and a half after they've been at this restaurant, I get a call from my mom, and she is laughing like so hard she can't breathe. And I'm like, Mom, what? What happened? Like, what are you laughing at? And she's like, Brooke, you are not going to believe what just happened. I'm like, what? Like, tell me what happened. I want to know. I want to laugh too. She's like, guess where we are right now? I'm like, where? She's like, in somebody's car. I'm like not understanding what she means. I'm like, what do you mean you're in someone else's car? Someone picked you up? She's like, me and your father just stole a car. I'm like, Mom, what do you mean you and Dad just stole a car? And so my mom goes to tell me that she's in this car, and it seems to be the exact same car that my mom drives. And so they're inside the car, and her and my dad are driving. The restaurant's a good 30 minutes away. So they're driving home, just like laughing, talking, having a great old time. And my mom goes to put on some music because when my mom drives, she loves to just blast the music. She loves blasting the music so much. So she was like, let's blast some music. Like, I'm ready to dance. I'm ready to sing. Let's go. So she goes to touch the radio buttons and she just starts staring at them. And my dad is in the middle of telling a story to my mom, and she goes, Anthony, that's my dad's name. I'm not trying to interrupt you. And I don't want you to think I'm losing my marbles, but does something look different to you? And my dad starts staring at the radio and he's like, no. What do you mean, does something look different to me? And she's like, Anthony, I don't know, just like, look at this radio. Just like stare at the radio. And he's staring at it and he's not understanding. And he's just like, this looks exactly like our car to me. What are you saying? Nothing looks different. And then she says to my dad, she's like, I just feel like something is different about these buttons. So my mom just keeps staring at the buttons, like next to the radio, how to change the station, and she realizes that one of the buttons are missing. And she's like, Anthony, look, this button's missing. This button used to be here, there used to be a button here. And she just keeps going on and on. And my dad's like, Dina, my mom's name, I think you are just going crazy. Maybe you had a little too much wine. You are not knowing what you're talking about. The radio is the exact same. And she's like, Anthony, I know my car. This is different. Somebody changed our radio buttons. So they start looking at these buttons, analyzing all the buttons that are like around the radio and stuff, and being like, this button wasn't here, this one's missing, this, that. And they're like, what happened? And they just keep like staring at it. And then my mom says, she looked up into the rearview mirror and sees clothes and a baby's car seat in the back seat. I don't have a baby brother or sister. My parents then, as they are around the block from my house, realize they are in somebody else's truck. Now you may be wondering, how did they get so far without realizing that this wasn't their car? Well, to answer that, I will just tell you my parents are idiots. I'm kidding, but like, I don't know, I guess I'm not sure. So they have to turn around. They bring the car all the way back to this restaurant and they're like, you gave us the wrong car. When they got out of the car, they realized that this Audi was black. My mom's is dark blue, So the guy must have just mixed it up and assumed. I mean, I don't know as far as the keys, like if they had to give him the keys, did he mess that part up? Did he not look at the ticket? Like, I don't know. But thinking about how many times this has had to happen to valet parkers, and to think of how many times people have been given the wrong car, like my parents can't be the first one this happened to. It's just so funny. And thankfully their Audi was still there, and the other people who were at the restaurant with the same Audi as them didn't like leave the restaurant yet. But I'm just so curious as to how that would have went down, because it's not like they have my parents' phone number. I mean, I guess they had my parents' car, so they probably could have tracked them down that way, but like, what if that couple tried to leave and took my parents' car? It's just the amount of things that could have went wrong. It's the funniest story. Every time I tell people this story, they are literally crying laughing. So I hope you guys are laughing too, because this story just never gets old to me. My parents literally took someone else's car almost basically home. Like, it just boggles. It's so funny. It boggles my mind. It really does. Like, it's just so funny. I don't know. I just think it's so funny. But yeah, that was my really quick short story time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. Also, make sure you please subscribe. I really want to get to 3K subscribers. I love you all so much, and I will see you on Friday.